FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Well, first, I don't think it's so much a matter of developing new technology. I think a lot of new technology is needed. But right now, there's a lot of what economists call agent principle problem or market failure. Most of us, if we buy our house, we really don't care how inefficient the furnace is. You really don't care how big your furnace is. It's not like your SUV. And yet you probably, when you buy a house, you are committing yourself to roughly $2,000 a year in unnecessary energy bills because the furnace is not state-of-the-art, because the guy who builds the house doesn't pay your utility bills, and the bank won't give you more money to buy the house. That's an example of market failure. Very few of us actually want, when we read and we have a light behind us, we don't want heat on the back of our neck from the light bulb, but actually most of the electricity going through that light bulb is turned into heat. You want a big flat screen TV, you don't want it to be on when you're off. But there's a whole series of problems in the marketplace. In fact, people here from the Southwest, roughly half of you live in a city in which if you have a flat black roof on your warehouse or your home, and you wanted to go up and actually just paint it with whitewash, but there are better things than whitewash in today's market, you would be breaking the local building code. You are not allowed to have a highly reflective roof in half of the Southwest. That's wasteful. There's a whole host of that stuff. And as I said, my example was a very real one. I'm a carpenter. I'm driving my vehicle 100,000 miles a year. I'm running an auto glass plant, and I have a panel truck. The Ford Econo line is mopped and redesigned in 27 years. It gets 13 miles to the gallon. And if you run that calculus at 13 miles to the gallon, 100,000 miles a year, $4 a gallon for gasoline, the owner of that Econo line is paying $20,000 a year for gasoline. He doesn't want to pay $20,000. He'd rather have an efficient Ford Econo line. It doesn't exist. It could.
I would also say it's about a values proposition. I mean, when we talk about climate solutions, and specifically on clean energy, we have been positioning it because it's good for the environment. For the past 30 years, we've said buy solar, buy wind because it's good for the environment. Turns out that's not everybody's value. That's not a huge motivator for the American consumer. So let's talk to them in the words they need to hear, the language they want to hear to make them buy the same product. And it may not be an environmental message. It may be a message about reliability, availability. It may be a message about energy independence. It may be a generational message. But that's where we need to go. Start talking to people about the solutions and the words they want to hear. And actually market this stuff like it's Coca-Cola. Why do you drink Coca-Cola? Really because you drink Coca-Cola. That's your value, and they have inflicted that upon you. And so that's what we kind of have to do, is let you bring the value up and buy these products.